live on Facebook, on YouTube, which is a fucking step up in the world. And this moves. Okay. Now we try and make life more complicated. Let's get rid of that behind me. And put that there. Now we're going to make life even more complicated and try and add another new thing. And then it's put a... Where did it put that? There. Right, okay. I'll make that the same height, roughly. And put it there. And with any luck, I have no clue what is about to happen, how this is going to work, anything like that. So we'll see. This is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. And hopefully people will find me. Hopefully you've all seen the thing and it will be right. And hopefully this should work, but... I don't know how this is supposed to work. I really don't. It's all a new thing. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. No, go back to that. Sorry, I am just so many technical difficulties. Okay, anyway. We're waiting for stuff to happen. I'm just waiting now. It's just we're all waiting. There's waiting and it's fine. It's all good. And I'm glad you could both be here. Oh dear. I'm not gonna fuck with the stream at this point. Because it seems to be in some way working. Oh, there we go. Where are we? I'm still saying, still getting very set up. Oh, that's a bad picture. That's a bad... Okay, right, now we're good. That's my phone set up, live on that, live on that. So what I'm doing now, because the normal thing that I use to stream videos with other people isn't working. I forget, I never remember what it's fucking called. It comes as part of the Streamlabs package, which is why I'm using it at all. Melon live streaming studio, and it's not recognizing my camera. And so I've had to come up with a different idea, which is using Streamlabs OBS, and it's a collab cam thing. And I've never used this before. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how it works. So I don't know what it's going to do. So many things. We'll see what happens. I am just waiting for Jacob to come online, and then we'll see how that works. But until then, hello everybody. You've just got me, and that is worth what it's worth. Um, we're all good. I was really not expecting a big audience. So, but we're all good. And I'm just in a little box. That's it. We're just How are you all doing tonight? I am having the shittest 3 week period of my life right now. And we'll get to it. And I also think I've been through every MPD and BPD symptom today. I think that's the thing. Also, I gave up on giving up. That's also a thing. So we're going to have a lot to talk about it tonight. And a lot of it is absolutely fucking crazy. Honestly. Wait till you hear. You don't know. You don't know. It's going to be... Oh. It's not good stuff. It's all bad. This is the fun bit. It's all bad stuff. The secret. And I'm kind of a bit nuts right now. This is also a thing. You are gonna realize, quite frankly, just how much it's all very odd. To say the very least. But yeah, it kind of. I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start and tell the story yet. But it's been a shit day. That sucks. Bye bye. Don't want to sound like I'm telling you to go away or anything, but yeah, you pick the name. That's shitty, dude. They just see you as a thug. What's happened with that? Why is that the case? Because that sounds... Recovered from a psychotic break since I last participated in shower. Oh, that's good. That's good. I might be massively dissociating as we speak. That might be a thing. It's all very surreal at the moment. What am I sat on? This is why I'm not comfortable. I've got a cardigan behind me. Because it's cold everywhere but in here. That's one of those things. God, everyone's having a bad week. God, we can all be miserable together. £1,000,000 says I win the bad week. Seriously. I'm totally gonna win. Excuse me, just slurping away on hot chocolate. I've what is it? Run out of fucks, I think. With shit. Came running at me again, so I pushed her inside. Right, okay. Wow. You guys have got some stuff going off, haven't you? I don't know quite where to start. I see you there, Is it Tortosan? Tortosan? I don't know. Oh god, what is this doing now? Allow access. Oh, maybe this means it's working. Hang on. Is something happening here? No. Or is it? What does that do? There's a new button appeared. Oh, there you are. Hang on. Let me get... I do. Yeah, and you're on the stream. Cool. Hey. Oh, wait, no, it went away. It was working. But it was just working. Shit. And let's get that off the screen because it's covering me now. Oh, wait, no, you're there. Okay, whatever you need to do. Clearly, we're having technical difficulties. Stand by, people. But we will get things... I am amazed that that worked, though. I am stunned that that worked. That's what I'm using from now on instead of this other shitty thing. Because that was just so much better, and I could do more with that. All right. I'll use that with Dr. Ruth tomorrow. I wonder if people aren't still watching the last old thing, are they? The old live stream. The old live stream. Let's see, that one's still going in. Delete that one. Delete that one. We don't need that. It didn't work. Right. Have that one. And that's where we are. Okay, we're good. You sound like Japanese. Oh, Tota-san. Hi there. You made it. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, how things have moved on since you last heard from me. You're, yeah. Honestly. In a day where you think things aren't gonna go much worse. For me. For me. It feels a bit unfair to say it went badly for me today. Yeah. Am I good? No. Am I good? Not under any circumstances whatsoever. The best I can give you is that I am safe. I am not in danger. That's what I can give you. I am not alone. I am not entirely unsupervised. But am I good? No. No. Not under any circumstances. And what you... Oh, I am just starting to realize what's actually going on here. And Kat, you're right. You're absolutely right. We are in the midst of massive dissociation right now. You might want to take note with some of this shit because it's gonna get a little weird, and I will tell you how in a minute. There's no point in describing it all many times, so I'm waiting for Jacob to come back, and then I will tell him at the same time that I tell all of you. And it's gonna... Yeah. Oh, can I see you? Wait, yes, hang on. Hang on. Shitty computers. Yes, there you are. Sorry, hang on. And then it went. That's what happened last time. Oh, but then it came back. Come on. I hit add to screen. Come on. I seem a lot better. No. No, no, no. Not better. Just not here. And this, like, don't think that when I, hang on. Hang on. Um, yeah, it's not saying you did anything. It's just, it's like, yeah, there you are. I've got you there. You're right. So I'm just going to click show on stream and it should put you in the box. Yes. I can't hear you though. Why can't I hear you? I can definitely... Oh, there you are. And I can hear you. Oh, thank God it's working. And then it cut off. Shit. Where's the fucking window gone now? There. This is... I don't know what keeps happening. Right, we're on. We're on until we're not. I'm not... Ah! Fucking shit. Okay. Right, hang on. I need a new fucking plan now. Because clearly that's not going to work. So, bear with me, Jacob. I'm going to think of something else. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to think of. How else do we do these things? Can I start a Zoom chat and put... Maybe. Hang on, right. This is a possibility. Right, this is a possibility. If I do a new Zoom chat... And I don't have Zoom Pro. Cannot start the video. Right. Hang on. Right. So that will do... Start the video. Right. And so we have video there. Audio. That will take the same audio as the streaming app. It's crashed my camera on there. So fuck it. Right. Oh, what did I just move? No idea. Get that out of the way. And put Zoom there. And there's me. And then let's add a... How do I... No, I want a copy of the invite link. Send to Jacob. And then hopefully this will fucking work. And I can put in the sound from the desktop. And hopefully you will be able to hear him. And even though I look shit in the camera, so be it. Unless I can just suddenly get Zoom to recognize this, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do. Hello. Right, start video. Hello, it's just me that's off now. Bear with me. Oh. Except they're not hearing you. We need to figure that out. Right. Okay, that should work. Say some words.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That you can hear Jacob now, right? And now you just need to see me, which is only so viable. Bear with me. Let's see if anything works like that. I don't think it's going to pick up my camera because the other thing's there, but I've got my shitty camera ready to go. And there we are. On shitty camera.
Oh, it's fucking okay. At least we got okay. So shit. Why am I like this? Sorry, I'm making a community post on my channel about this now.
So everyone watching live, can you hear both of us?
If not, just pretend. I
Brush up
can't
on your
keep
lip
doing
reading
this.
skills. All of this.
Yeah. This episode is going to be inclusive of the death.
This episode's weird. So I'm gonna drop a couple of bombs on you to start with.
Okay, because like I have a few questions, mainly the one of like I noticed on Twitter you were like second to last live stream, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. There is so much we have to get through. It's been a weird day, and I have to there's some heavy shit in here, but don't panic with it. Right?
I might panic. I cannot make.
Don't panic. There's nothing for you to panic about, and I'm just aware that I'm about to drop some fairly heavy shit. So
really, I've decided
but
I'm
don't
ending
worry.
my own life.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just serious stuff, I guess. Okay. So it kind of this whole period of my life started about 2 weeks ago, something like that, when I woke up to a message that a friend of mine had died in a motorcycle accident. Which was, that kind of thing. That is just totally out of the blue, and it's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
And we're sort of, me and everyone. It's the funeral's on Friday, and there's a lot of build-up, emotional stuff around all of that, and it's a complicated thing involving BPD splitting and so many other weird things like that. Move forward to today, where I am. We can move on from that thing. I'm just sort of setting the scene of shit that's gone down recently. Really.
Sure. I love like the exposition I'm getting.
Yeah. So we move forward to today. I've woken up in an absolute fucking narcissistic rage about the state of my channel. And various other things. Hence the penultimate live stream shit, because it's what I've decided to do. This is where I am now. But I'm aware that I'm in the midst of a whole lot of shit that is still to be explained.
Yeah.
Where I am now is that I'm going to try and sort of get things to a bit more on track by the end of July. And so that's sort of the time limit that I've given myself to do it. And what I've rolled back is that I totally split on live streaming altogether. Like this, I was going to do this with you tonight. And I've arranged a thing with Ruth tomorrow night. And then that was going to be it. And it's like, screw you guys, I'm going home. All of this.
I kind of anticipated it was kind of a dramatic, like,
yeah.
Well, if you guys don't appreciate me, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's entirely what it is. That's entirely what it is. And so I've done that, and I had my dramatic, and I'm never streaming on TikTok again. I've done that now. And all of that. And so that's where I am today with it. And I've kind of rolled back on that because I kind of came to the realization that if I'm not doing things, then what am I trying to turn around? So I still want to turn everything around by the end of July, or get them more in where I want them to be. But this is not the penultimate live stream. That the drama around that has ended. But by that time, I'd already made the thumbnails. So there you go.
Committed at that point.
Yeah. Then. And this is the one. Around 7:20 today, I just got off. This is the thing. I did my last TikTok live stream this morning, allegedly, and then went back on to do a bit of a ranty one this afternoon for an hour. And came off that, my phone rang, and it was my mum telling me that my cousin died this morning.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's entirely feasible that I'm in a bit of a dissociative state right now.
Makes sense.
So
Sure.
this is basically where we are right now. And so everybody who's like, you look fine, Rich. You look so much better than you did this afternoon. I'm not sure how present I am right now.
You're like, I put on a filter actually.
Yeah. It feels very fitting that for this live stream I'm at 15 frames a second and a slightly off weird color balance on the camera. Because this is what it feels like right
it's
now.
The energy, yeah. Like,
yeah,
that we're actually looking at through your eyes right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. And this was after, I started with and I'm giving up weed yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that too. I want to ask how that was going.
Yeah, that was going great until today. Well, it was run. Like, do you know what? I think I'm gonna just ease off on that a bit today and be a bit more forgiving of myself because it's all a bit manic and a bit crazy today. So that's where we are. And so with all that in mind, let's do a fun live stream.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you really set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm joking. Go fuck.
But
okay. I did have something to. Oh wait. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just saying. So this is where we are. This is the crazy situation. So if I appear a little bit like, dude, were you a bit off tonight? Like, yeah. It's all a bit.
I appreciate the warning.
Yeah.
Least.
So I thought I'd let you know up front.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So basically, I thought of something right before I came on this that I think I'm really curious if you're going to be able to get this or not. Because when I was in early high school, I want to say, a family friend of me and my sister were like, hey, there's this little riddle here. And allegedly, if you can guess it right, you're like a psychopath or sociopath or something.
Is this the funeral one?
God, fuck you.
I don't know. I can't remember it outright. What is it? Because
Because well, first of all, yeah. Then I always found it really interesting, especially when he asked we're in a group of 7 people or something. He asks everybody, none of them get it except for me and my sister. And now looking back on that, I'm like, ooh, that was a red flag, wasn't it? But okay, so basically, this woman is at her mom's funeral. And at this funeral, she meets this dude. And this dude's fucking awesome. Her soulmate, she's all about him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But she doesn't get any of his contact information and has no way to find him again. And so the next week, she kills her sister. Why did she do that?
To get there to be another funeral, so he'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so obvious, isn't it?
I think so. What else are people what other conclusion can you come to?
Oh my god! I wish I could remember what my buddy said about it. Actually, I want to know if anybody else has some weird take on why you guys would think that would happen. I'm really curious now because I think my buddy thought that he was. Well, no, okay, no way. I had my first guess because I had made 2 guesses the first time I heard it. My first guess was that it was her sister's husband,
right?
But then it's oh, well, then she would know how to contact him. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. She'd have met him before, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff. No,
but yeah, once that was out, that was yeah.
Yeah, you kill him, so there's another funeral. Easy.
I do think that both of those answers, though, are very telling of the kind of person I am, given my first thought was, oh, obviously, she wanted to it was her husband, so she had to kill him. No other options there. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I see what you say. Mind you, how old would you have been at the time? No, it's still a bit weird. I don't know.
I was 13 or 14. I want to say.
Right. I think I'd have said the same thing, to be perfectly honest. I'd definitely say it now. So yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay. I never got there. Well, why would she do it then? Somebody tell me.
There you go. It makes perfect sense. I've not looked at the chat room.
Once you hear the answer, you're like, oh yeah, duh.
Absolutely. There are so many things you see online. I try and ignore them all. If you can do this, you're actually a bit of a psychopath.
Right.
And they're always. Do you know? They're always TikTok adverts. If you can draw the line through the maze on one go, you're a psychopath.
Yeah. And only geniuses or psychopaths can solve this.
I'll be honest. I do occasionally let them run out so I can go, yeah, I wouldn't have got that. That's fine.
It's either that or I get really mad at the person doing it. I'm like, are you an idiot? Of course of course this is how you would do it. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm Googling, you might be a narcissist if you do this one thing. And I just want to see what pops up.
That feels like a stand-up routine. You might be a narcissist if...
Oh wait, this actually is interesting. 25 things narcissists say and what they really mean. All right.
Go on, hit me
I
up.
want to ask these. I want to ask these, and I want you to give your interpretation.
Okay. Okay.
You're so jealous and insecure.
Is that what the narcissist says? Or is
Why
that...
would you, what do you really mean when you say something like that?
What, you're so
Oh,
jealous
wait,
and
what? I think you cut out
insecure?
for a sec.
What is it? Are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What would I... If I'm saying you're so jealous and insecure... I mean, really,
Yes.
that's your projection right off the bat, isn't it?
Yeah.
What we're really saying is, oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. You've got what I want, and I hate you.
A lot of times for me, it was like super like a lot of projection was like super subconscious. Like I would be like I remember like going on these like rants when I was younger about how everybody will stab you in the back. They're also selfish. I may be a piece of shit, but at least I own it. Everybody else is awful. Blah 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 blah. It's or like oh my go-to line. Everyone acts for the same reasons I do. I'm just the only one that's willing to admit it.
Oh, that's a good one. I've thought that. Like, what you really need in the world is people who will make those decisions that are so unpopular no one else wants to make, but they're for the good of the human race.
Right.
And that's how world wars start.
Maybe that's what we need nowadays. It's been a while since our last one.
Do you know what? The way the world has been going the last few years, I'm not going to wish for that because you never know.
I want to jinx it.
Yeah, there was a time when it was fun to just joke about such things, but now it's all a bit too fucking real.
Yeah, like me and my buddy don't make like we used to have a tradition of where we would like guess things that would happen like every New Year's. Like it'd be like, okay, this is what's going to happen this year. We did it this year, and then he accurately guessed the Queen dying. And since then, I'm now very unsure if I want to do that again.
I don't. That is fairly low hanging fruit, though. She was 96.
True. Yeah, but she lived forever.
She did. She really did.
I assumed she'd outlive me.
I kind of felt the same way. It was like, cause she was just always there. She's just the Queen, like a noun, like an object. The Queen. Here she is. This is it. This is Britain's Queen, and she's like this. And she seemingly never changed. She was an old lady when I was born, and she was just always an old lady who looked like an old lady, and that was it. She was just the Queen. And even I was shocked when she died, because
I can't like it's weird like and it's weird how my vocabulary has had to change around that fact. Like I didn't think her dying would make it change that much. Just like how habitually I'll say the Queen, any topic related to the UK, and now well that's not applicable anymore.
Still feels weird saying King.
Yeah,
really feels weird saying the King.
Doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
I don't like it at all.
As I said at the time, we've had to change the theme tune and everything now because it's now God Save the King, which doesn't sound right at all.
No, it doesn't. It sounds wrong.
I know.
I feel like you're talking about like an Eastern European country or something.
And there are so many things as well going the other way with the title called the Prince of Wales something.
Oh
he's not anymore. And so what are you gonna do? I mean, technically there is just a new Prince of Wales, I guess. There's got to be a Prince of Wales because what otherwise would those people do? I don't know.
That's true. They have to pretend to be feudal lords, or like, what's the point?
Exactly. It's a weird one.
Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, here's this one's interesting actually. It's not my fault. You made me do it.
I know I did that, but I can get away with you being the one who did that. Really. I think if I can blame you, I will blame you. I think it was you. That's the classic. That's such a classic one. Look what you made me do.
Yeah. That's like that wording is like the scary like man who beats his wife kind of phrasing of it though.
Don't make me hit you. Right? What?
I mean, but in fairness, sometimes it does fucking feel like that. It's just like oh, I didn't want to do these things. My emotions were just so high because of these things that you were doing. Like the
Yeah.
externalizing the emotions. It's like my emotions are your fault, and I'm just reacting to them.
I find it such
It's
a
a very
scary
real
concept
feeling.
that we're claiming, though, because it's kind of like, are we really claiming a loss of physical control? Like, I just did not it's kind of like the opposite of just being a paraplegic. Like you've lost control of your body, but it's going off on its own, hitting people and throwing things, and you know, is that what we're claiming? You made me do that. I could not stop my arms moving in this way, whatever I did. It's
NP. See, maybe they're onto something when they say NPD is actually possession, right?
yeah. That's it. That's what it feels like.
Oh my god, that's funny.
What are some others?
Oh my god. Okay. No wonder no one likes you. It's like, okay, but what if you're actually kind of worthless? Is the thing. What if nobody actually likes that person because they're a dick?
Well, yeah, that's true. It's such a good one to hurt people with, isn't it? And it kind of drags other people into the insult. It's not just me saying it. We all hate you. That makes me feel even stronger then. But it really is just a. I don't know. I would only use that one to try and hurt someone if I were going to
Yeah.
use it. There's not really. I guess they want me to say that it's like the narcissist is saying, "I think everybody secretly hates me," or something like that. But I don't know. For me, I'd say that kind of thing to try and hurt someone. My favorite one
Fuck, you
was
cut out there for a sec. What'd you say?
it's just the kind of thing I try to use to hurt someone. My favorite one was always "You don't matter." That was always my favorite, just degrading. You don't matter.
Right.
You're irrelevant. That was
You're
my favorite degrading insult.
I'm trying to think of like my go-tos. Like pathetic was always a big one. You're pathetic, or you're nothing.
Yeah.
I remember this one does remind me actually. I remember once when I was like really young, I got into a fight with my mom about something, and like I wanted to like hurt her because I'm a dick, and I told her, Dad was right about you. My dad said fucking nothing. I just wanted her, wanted her to think everyone was against her.
That's a good one, and that's the kind. Do you know what? That's the kind of one that ends up on a festhole tweet 20 years later saying, "I told my mum Dad was right about you, and they got a divorce, and I just sat there quiet through the whole thing." I swear I read one like that. That was like, Dad pissed me off one day, so I told Mum he was cheating on her, and they wouldn't believe me when I admitted I was lying, and now they're divorced or whatever.
They wouldn't believe, like the dad didn't believe him either. It's like, I must have cheated.
Yeah, yes I did. I thought I'd remember that.
Thank God he pointed it out.
I think I'd notice it.
Okay, this one just isn't true. You need to stop spending so much time with other people. I've never been that kind of guy.
Nah,
I'm usually like, I'm like, yeah, go with your friends. I don't want to deal with you all the time.
Yeah, that's it. But a constant of what other people seem to think we're like is that I get the impression that they think we want a lot more control a lot more of the time over people than we actually do. I don't care enough about anyone to want to control their every movement and thought.
Honestly,
and but I think that the internet would like people to think that that's the level of control I want.
The only things that I can think about where somebody could even extrapolate my behavior like that is like when I would have like, is either if their friends didn't like me and I would basically shit talk them because they were shit talking me, or alternatively, if my girlfriend at the time was complaining about her friends, I'm like, oh well, they sound like pieces of shit. Why are you friends with them? And like, those are basically the only things I can really think of that might even be extrapolated. But it wasn't because I wanted to spend more time with her. I was just fucking talking.
Yeah. And some people do seem like pieces of shit. It's all fine. I'm with you. And it's, yeah. I don't know. Weird one.
If you do that, I will not like you anymore.
I mean, that's a controlling thing. I've never said that.
I don't think.
Wait, yeah, I have.
There's like implications like that, but never like in those words.
When my ex decided to get a tattoo, I remember like doing the no, I'm putting my foot down over this. You aren't doing that kind of bullshit. For a result on how well that went, you can see photos of her tattoo. It's it's one of those like, of course she fucking got it. Of course she fucking did. I would have gotten two had I
Just
said that to
spite
me.
you, yeah.
Yeah. I totally, you go and get that. It's fine, but I actually tried the whole, I just won't like you anymore. It's just like that's going to change my entire opinion of, because I'm Mr. High and fucking mighty about fucking tattoos at that point for some reason.
Same, I was too. Like, I had like very, very similar thing. Well, okay, well, the first one just kind of funny. When I was in high school, there was this thing that called like St. Baldrick's, where like, oh, you shave your head for cancer people to make them wigs, and it's like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my buddies' girlfriends did it. I remember I looked at my girlfriend at the time and I said, if you shaved your head, I'd break up with you. And then later on in life, once I was a little less shitty, I guess, I was in college at this point. I had another girlfriend, and like it was a similar situation where she was going to get a tattoo, and I did not like tattoos. And I didn't say like, "Oh, you can't get a tattoo," because I was like aware of how controlling that would look. So I just get like super passive aggressive about it. I was like, I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't really like it, but it's ultimately your choice. Like shit like that, making it know that I'm not going to like this, but also emphasizing her own what's it called, her agency in the situation.
Yeah, it's a, I don't know, I wouldn't ever dare try it again, and I can't believe it's definitely a big cringe memory for me, that one. Just horrible. It's one that always goes like, who the fuck did I think I am? Just awful. Hello everybody in the chat room as well, by the way. I haven't looked across here at all.
Yeah, maybe we should look at that.
There is no rich, only Zool. Yeah. Hello, Dr. Ruth. Hello, everybody else.
Oh yeah, we should have said hi to her at some point.
Have you read Kevin Dutton and Andy McNabb on psychopathy? They basically argue you need some people who can make fast decisions no one else wants to make. Do you know there are definitely scenarios in the world where that kind of has to be a thing. They feel like fairly militaristic scenarios, not day-to-day regular civilian life scenarios.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like, I wanted to be very clear about where I think psychopathy might be helpful for, society. Like, for example, I don't think a psychopath should be running a preschool.
No.
That feels not good.
No. But somebody had to make the decision to drop a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima. That was a meeting.
I just want to know how that discussion went.
I can't imagine. Do you know what? We're looking at it through the lens of people we know would be horrified if we were responsible for the indiscriminate deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. And that I don't know that everyone sat in the room that made that decision necessarily felt the same way about it.
My first thought was like, it might. I'm curious to see what would happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's always an element of it. But
imagine if somebody in that room was like super blunt about it. He's like, guys, I don't think that we really need to do this to win the war, but like we already made it. So we've made it. Can we at least see what it does?
Don't you want to see it work? Yeah. Like the test, that cloud was awesome. Like
I didn't get a good look at it last time because I was with the wife.
I looked away. I've got some sunglasses for this time.
And that's the guy that was accidentally looking away when it dropped, and that's why they dropped it on Nagasaki afterward.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fuck, I missed it. One more time.
Yeah, the guy that was in both places. That he was there for the first bomb and then thought, fuck this, I'm moving to Hiroshima or where.
In
No, dude,
fairness,
no, don't move there.
in fairness, okay, if that's on him, because if a bomb dropped on Canton right now and I survived, my first thought would be, I think the last place they will bomb again. I don't think they're going to bomb. The last place I think they're going to bomb is the place they already bombed.
That's it. Just go there.
I'd be hanging out in that crater for like the rest of the war. I'm like, it's safe here, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, this is well.
It's like
bit of radiation, I hear, but apart from that, yeah.
Hey, the radiation goes away after 2 weeks.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. I remember seeing a thing on TV once that talked about staying in your hidey thing for like 2 weeks and then it's safe to come out.
And that's so. If you ever want to know where I am after 2 weeks after a bomb hits my home city, I will be in that crater having a blast.
Yeah.
I'll have like a cookout in there and shit.
I remember that show. It was like some SAS guy, and every week it showed you him surviving a different thing. And it was the week of, this is what happened when you get the 20-minute warning. This is what you do to survive like the SAS. And you're like, yeah, go on then, mate. And it shows you him. He drives home from wherever he is, because he's currently 5 minutes from home when the 20-minute warning comes. And then he's like ripping doors off his house, building a little thing under mattresses in his bedroom. And it shows you him spending the next 2 weeks in there doing sit-ups. You're like, I don't see it going this way, dude. I really don't. I think this is really optimistic of you, but I think you're going to die under your mattress. I think that's what's going to happen.
I'm just like, it's like, did he not, like, was his basement like at ground level?
No, it was just this is like Britain, so there's no basements. He was just in like his dining room or whatever. He'd prop some doors up from his house against the wall and made like a little standy thing and then put mattresses on top of that. And that's radiation proof, according to this dude. And then he spent the next 2 weeks, doing sit-ups, drinking piss, whatever one does in a little hidey hole for 2 weeks in a nuclear war. I
mean, that's fun. I would see. Well, that begs the question: what would you do in a nuclear apocalypse? Maybe not apocalypse, but like if your city got fucking leveled.
I mean, probably die. Otherwise,
that's a good. How would you spend that last 20 minutes then if you died?
Oh, that's a good question. It depends. I think it depends who's around and who's near me. I mean, if you're there with your girlfriend or whatever, maybe things are a bit different. Maybe that's a fun last 20 minutes. I actually don't know that I could concentrate properly in that kind of scenario, but
that's true. That's a lot of and I feel like there'd be a lot of pressure for end of the world sex.
There is a lot of pressure in end of the world sex. You know, if I was on my own somewhere, I'd just sit and look at the sky and watch the clouds and appreciate nature for 20 minutes. Or, I don't know, maybe I'd start working my way through that list of people who have pissed me off over the years.
That was where my first thought went, and I was like, no, there's no way I can find them in time.
Always with the final line, relax, you're going to survive the nuclear holocaust. I know, you won't be killed by the bombs. It'll be me.
I think I can survive.
Right, this is the other thing. Like, I live in West Yorkshire. I am like miles from London. I would probably like chill out, watch the TV a bit, you know, see like, oh, that'll show him in London. Yeah.
About time.
That'll be it. Then I'll remember my sister lives in London. Be sad about that, but you know, that'll be a weird mix of emotions. That's a horrible. I'm only joking. And then, yeah, that'd be it. Because it's like there's nothing here. Nobody's bombing Bradford, and it's not. It's really a waste of ordnance. Our army bomb around here for target practice. That's what militaristically is thought of this area.
That would make me very uncomfortable living in that area. But other than that,
well, I mean, they're doing it out in the fields, so, you know, it's fine. Oh God, we've got 10 minutes before I have to restart the Zoom chat.
Oh shit! I was going to say that is there a way to get the host? Can you make me the host? Because I pay for Zoom Premium, whatever the fuck it's called.
Is that right? I don't know. Yes, there is a button that says make host. Shall I just press it and we'll see what happens?
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't do anything bad and ends the stream.
Okay, here we go. Do you want to change the host? Yes.
You are the host now, it says. I feel so powerful.
That's it. It still says remaining meeting time 9 minutes.
What the fuck? Meeting settings. What do I? Whatever. Worst case scenario, I will just send you I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, no problem.
Speaking of, I gotta fucking plug in my phone. 1 sec.
What would I do in the end of the world? There's that list. There's that list. Hi, everyone in the chat. Hi, everyone. My bottom gave us Bob. Yeah. By the way, everyone, Super Chat still changes the color of my lights. That's still a thing.
Can I hear you? Oh, here we are.
Okay.
There we go. I think I can hear you now.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Testing.
Hello. There we go. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So now now I can't stop thinking about like who would be the one person I would track down and like get revenge on, and if I was being threatened with a nuclear blast.
There have been times when I could give you that name in a second. But I actually don't know who it would be now. And I don't know who I could get to quickly enough.
That was my main thing. I'm like, who lives in my general vicinity?
This is it. You've got to be like with someone within 20 minutes. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'd have to leave it. I would, I don't know what I'd do. Yeah, this.
Well, with my luck, I would go track down the one person I can get revenge on. It'd be like for something petty too. There's just the one person I can find.
Yeah.
Then I realize I'm outside the range of a nuclear blast. I'm like, oh fuck.
And then now you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like the blast killer. It made this knife just fly off the table and just right in the throat 3 times.
Yeah, blame it on the blast. I've been blaming a lot on the dog recently. It's been quite good. He signed up to Sky Movies the other day. No idea how he did that.
They're getting smarter. Fuck.
Yeah, he went to the website and everything. It definitely wasn't me. Hello, everyone in the chat room. Hi, Grey Lizard. Hi, Viola C. Can't say names. Idyllic Axiom. Hello. Everybody else.
Yeah, that is how you pronounce that. Wow.
And Christine.
Christine, I'm on the phone, so I have this muted, so it's funny to try and guess what you're talking about. She'll never guess.
She'll never know, and she doesn't know it's her. That's so bizarre.
Yeah. All right, let's shit talk. Everybody, Christine's muting us. Let's talk shit.
Yeah, she can't hear us.
I hate Christine.
On that stupid phone of hers. I bet she can't even work it properly. We love you, Christine.
Okay. Also, okay, so like I was talking to somebody the other night, and as we're talking, she keeps mentioning people that she knows with like cluster B personality disorders. And I'm like, real life, not only do you know real life people with cluster B personality disorders, you know like 5 of them. And I cannot describe how envious I was mainly, but also just kind of confused. How do you find these people who are actually diagnosed?
I don't know I know you. You know, people I've met through YouTube. That's it. I don't know anyone else in real life. I guess technically other people in my group, but we have no contact of any form.
Yeah.
And that's been it.
Where do you find them? Did you go to like a mental hospital and just start making friends?
It's weird, isn't it? I hear from so many people who have only dated people with BPD, and people assume I have. Like, Rich, when you've dated people with BPD, how did you find this? And you're like, whoa. Where are you? Why do you assume? I'm checking people. Hi, do you have BPD? Like, I'm not.
Okay, that would be a fun thing to do. I want to go to a city now and just like walk up to every individual person and just like, do you have any personality disorder? We're friends now.
Yeah.
Congrats, you've been recruited.
I mean, I do get on with people with personality disorders, clearly, but I don't know any in real life, really.
I've only met one person with a cluster B in real life, and it was this borderline girl. And the fact that she was borderline is probably like the 3rd sentence that she said to me.
Right.
She was like that oversharing crap, probably.
Yeah, we
And
do
my
that.
my first response was, oh no, because like my only experience to that point was with my sister, and so, but then I obviously had to one up her, and I was like, well, I'm a narcissist, and then we just talked about our trauma in front of this group of people for like an hour.
Yeah. That's kind of like group therapy. That's kind of what, you know.
Group therapy, but only two people are
Yeah,
saying
let's
so.
just talk about our trauma in front of all these people we don't know really. That's how it goes. We'll get to know them when you hear about their trauma. It'll be fine. We'll all take it in turns, and
Well,
that's
because it's
group.
funny. Then fucking it's funny because then like later on we didn't really notice. Okay, I do want to talk about that super chat, but I'm just going to finish this up real quick. It was funny because I actually ended up, how my channel actually got started was with that girl, because me and her wanted to make a podcast about having cluster B disorders.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but like the how that started is we just started kind of talking about some of those cluster B thoughts in front of like in a group, like we were just like two people talking, and there's just a whole group of people talking amongst themselves, and without us realizing it, everyone's attention had slowly gone to us and the crazy shit that we were saying, and like them with their mouths agape and stuff. And meanwhile, we're just like laughing about like these terrible things. It's like, don't you get pissed off when like somebody flirts with somebody else? It's like, why not me? Fuck you.
Yeah. See, I'd love other cluster B friends in real life to do that shit with. Freaking out the squares. Love it. Just like,
fuck the normies.
yeah, let's tell them what it's really like. Because I don't think I know they don't get it. And do you know what? Sometimes I get hints that I think people who even watch videos don't entirely get it. There's still things that I'll push a bit further with, and some of them will go, "Holy shit, Rich!" And you're like, "What? Have you not been paying attention?" And I'm like, "Not gone quite that far before." Like, you know, I'm like, "Oh right, yeah."
That's always an issue too, is that like it's always a question of like, okay, how much do I want to show, because like it might get dicey if I'm too honest. Like me and Tess were talking about, like, because you know how, when you walk down the street and your mind is just like fucking insulting every fucking person
Oh
that
yeah,
you
yeah,
go past.
yeah.
Like I was talking to Tess about that, and Rebby was asking us more questions about it. It's like, well, what kind of insults? Because we just like looked at somebody on the street, and me and Tess like kind of laughed, being like, yeah, we're having the same thought about that person. And they're like, well, what do you think about them? And we're like, oh, we really cannot say. Yeah, we really cannot say.
No, it's one of those. Yeah, I know. And I already know exactly the kind of thing and shit you're talking about, because it's going on in my head all the time as well. There is stuff that I just like. I couldn't say that. You would like, and I don't really think it either. This is the thing. You know, though God, I can't. It's difficult to talk about it because I don't want to say the kind of dark, fucked up things that I think about people, and like even just dropping hints is bad. Just the worst things, and I don't really think or believe these things. It's not my voice.
Yeah,
it's something else.
It's so knee jerk. It's like so automatic, the thoughts. It's not like I'm like looking for people to judge.
No.
It's just I look at somebody and like my mind just immediately goes to their faults and starts like going off.
To me, it almost feels like a hyper awareness than anything. Like you're just looking for potential threats and ways to preemptively dismantle that threat should it become one. And it's a very it sounds offensive because you're just insulting everyone internally, but it's defensive. It's you ready for them to attack, and so you know that I'm coming back with you with a crack about your haircut and those shoes, and my god, you're fucking ugly, tubby little fucker. I know what I'm going to say to you, and and it's all that. I'm ready to go.
Oh my god! Another way this presents for me is I'll be like walking in the park, and somebody will be like walking towards me, and like on the other side of the path, and I just don't want to deal with people.
Oh, right. Looks like we'll be picking Jacob up. Grey Lizard, thank you ever so much for your super chat. That is massively appreciated. And my lights turned green, which again seems. I don't know. You are a grey lizard. There's no grey lights. That's not a thing. Wow, what are you guys on in the thing there? Hang on. Message from Jacob. I assume he'll be Oh, I'm not even on. You can only see hear my voice right now. Hang on, hang on. There, That's what we're looking for. Hang on. Oh, hang on. That's the link he sent me. That makes sense. Link to meeting. Open link. What? Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me.
There we go.
Oh, I need to put us back into. There we are. Are we back on, everybody? You can hear everything, can't you? Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at the stream right now, trying to see if I'm popping up or not.
Yeah, we're back
on. How dare they not? Oh, are they? Am I? I don't see my face.
You'll be.
There it goes.
There
okay.
you are. There you are.
Amazing. So, Ideal said Jacob got nuclear obliterated. Hi, Yeehaw. I didn't run because you showed up. Okay, let's pay attention to Grey Lizard. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, let's have a look. The sound is weird now, though. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So, Grey Lizard, hang on, right. What's up with all these victim channels talking about narcissists being super abusive? Do you think they're more psychopath narcissists than is being acknowledged professionally? Yes, absolutely.
I have a lot of thoughts about that. Because I feel like a big thing that people neglect is like, I think psychopathic narcissist is kind of an oxymoron because, well, if you're a psychopath.
Hang on. Can we reconnect? Because it's not sounding good here.
Okay, one sec.
And the sound's out of sync for some reason.
Do you want me to try to start a new meeting, or do you just want to try disconnecting and reconnecting?
I'll just try disconnecting and reconnecting. I'll be back in a sec.
You're cool.
Right, bear with me, everybody. Bear with me, and we'll be right back. Check that everything's set up right, and it is. Okay, we're back.
How's it now?
Oh, that's much clearer.
Oh, it is awesome. Cool.
So yeah, I think it's far more psychopath. It's dark triad stuff. But what do you think?
Well, because let me make sure make sure the stream is working on my end. Okay, it looks like it is. I just didn't want to start talking and all of my wisdom to be lost. That would not be okay. But no. Yeah, so the thing is, I feel like so many people are unable to distinguish between psychopathy and narcissism because psychopaths have grandiosity, but they actually believe in it, right? There's no underlying self-doubt. And so for me, I do think in a lot of these cases, people aren't talking about narcissists, they might be talking about psychopaths. But that being said, even psychopaths aren't necessarily sadistic, right? They are motivated more by material gain and similar things. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that they think it will be beneficial to hurt people. And that's actually something that when I interviewed the psychopath is kind of what he said is that and that I agreed with, that well, if you're hurting people, it's a lot harder to get what you want.
Yeah.
So I think that although I bet a lot more of it is more psychopathy, or something along those, or like malignant narcissism, maybe, whatever. I think that it would be more to kind of describe it as a separate kind of psychological construct that might have aspects of psychoticism and narcissism and perhaps Machiavellian. I just don't find it very Machiavellian to hurt people, right? It's just more sadistic. And maybe a bunch of a constellation of certain personality traits that can't really fit neatly under any category. that kind of results in some of these really abhorrent type people that we keep hearing about. I mean, hell, fucking stalking. I talked about. I read a bunch of research on this because I wanted to do a video on it. Um, the most common personality disorder associated with it was paranoid personality disorder. But
Right.
interestingly enough, like there was none of these people just fit one diagnostic category. They had a whole fucking just they just had a whole what's it called? Just a crock pot of pathology going on that led to it.
Right. God. Can we try a new meeting? Because the sound is terrible. And we're very out of sync.
That sucks. I said so many cool things. How you try to start a meeting this time, I guess, because
yeah, good point. I'll start the thing. Right.
Cool.
Be right with you. Sorry, everybody. This is just being shitty tonight. Oh, I've got to wait 3 minutes to start a new meeting. Oh. Oh. Mm. This is frustrating to say the least. I am so sorry. Did it look in sync to you? Is it gonna let me start? No, 2 minutes. Yeah, the audio is a bit crunched and all of that. So I didn't want to like ruin it. Basically, it seemed like a good idea to just reconnect. So as soon as I can, I will. Still 2 minutes. Hang on. I need to just let Jacob know what's going on, because I can't see any of the chat or anything right now, which is definitely not the best way of doing things. How are y'all doing in the chat anyway for a minute? I haven't looked, and I'm so sorry. The audio was, yeah, it's, but bye, you've been through some shit, haven't you, dude? I am so sorry for what you've been through. It's... Oh, 1 minute. Come on, we've got to be within 1 minute. I don't want to upgrade. I don't use this anything like enough. I can't afford to upgrade. It's letting me do it. Nope. Okay. We must have been doing this for a minute by now. Are you dancing, Christine? Thank you. That is very much appreciated. If only I could get you on Zoom for us all. Come on. Come on. I'm just clicking the start over and over and it's going... Skip 1 minute. Come on. They know what they're doing. They're trying to stop us doing exactly what we're doing. Come on. This has been a minute now. I'm not upgrading Zoom. Oh, Zoom has just crashed now. Zoom is now just stuck on the middle of my screen. Like this. I can't. That's not... It's no longer a window. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. Shitting out. Let's try again. New meeting. Please work this time. It's working this time. Here we go. Wait, now I need a link. Copy invite link. Go into WhatsApp. Post it. There we go. And hopefully Jacob will be joining us in a fraction of a second. We all need support, especially Zoom, in these hard times. I cannot tell you what a difference that super chat makes, Grey Lizard, honestly. It's so appreciated, and it's like, you know, something like $20 just makes just a fucking world of difference. Like, honestly, I cannot begin to tell you. Because it's, you know, it's difficult. And it's becoming, you know, it's becoming tough carrying on with it. But, you know, when you help out, it honestly, it makes the world of difference. Okay, maybe this will work.
Let's hope so.
Hopefully. Oh, I can hear myself on your feed. Hang on.
God damn it. Sec.
Is
How
this
about
any
now?
better? Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's fine.
I would like putting in headphones would fix it, but my phone's like is still about to die, so I'll wait till it's at like 20% and I'll get back
Fair enough.
over. But yeah,
So
okay.
we were in psychopathy and everything.
Yeah, so I did my tangent. Oh, well, something interesting. Do you know why? What's it called? Also, wait, am I on the stream?
Yeah, you are. Oh, wait, no. Shit. Now we are.
Sorry,
Sorry,
you just
well
look like a
spotted.
schizophrenic just talking to yourself.
Yeah, well spotted.
Okay, but yes. Anyways, what we're talking about, yes. Okay, yeah, another interesting little snippet that kind of shows how fucking like the kind of weird psychopathology that affects people who are stalkers. For the majority of them, why would you think the majority of stalkers would stalk people?
I think it's almost a favorite person-y thing. It's that needing to know everything, to be aware of what they're doing and that sort of thing. And it's probably, I don't know, some sort of personal desperation needing to be with that person as much as you can be.
It's fascinating that that's where your mind goes, in my opinion, honestly, because it makes sense from like your perspective of like
could actually motivate stalking behavior. But for the majority of these people, they knew how distressing being stalked was, and that was the point of it.
Ah, so they're stalking to, right, yeah.
To intimidate. They had this weird desire of both revenge and reconcilement.
Yeah. I had a very BPD kind of response to that. That was straight sort of fear of abandonment stuff for me. That thought, rather than the malignant way of hurting somebody. But God, yeah, of course. Of course.
It makes sense when you like understand that, but it was like I never like it never really occurred to me, the idea of like, oh, stalkers know what they're doing is and don't get me wrong, there are some types of stalkers that it's different. Like there was one group of stalkers who like they were doing it because they didn't know how to court people. Usually these were people with like what's it called, with learning disabilities, or there was some that were like hallucinating and thought that like they were soulmates or that they were in a relationship and shit like that. But for the ones that we would consider to be like even somewhat in their right mind, as in your right mind as you can be, given you're exhibiting that behavior, they were conscious of the fact it was distressing, which is fascinating to me.
That really is. And it's, do you know what it is? I've never been that angry at somebody for that long.
Yeah.
You know, I've been angry enough to want to hurt somebody emotionally, to want to upset somebody, definitely. Yeah. But over a period of time, to gradually wear somebody down like that I've never been that angry for that long.
I don't think I care enough about anything in my life to put in
No.
that much effort.
That's it. There comes an element of like I would hit the wall of like, how dare you feel you deserve that much of my time and attention?
Yeah, well, to me, it's
Before.
like stalking looks pathetic to me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm chasing after someone that rejected me. Well, I could do better than them. Like whatever. I'm not going to be some pathetic guy like chasing after somebody who rejected me.
Do you know what? That's another interesting question, right?
Hmm.
There are criminal behaviors like stalking that are often put on the shoulders of narcissists, whatever.
Yes.
And I hear about them and I think I wouldn't, right, remove the legality of it, remove the morality of it. I wouldn't do those things because they're fucking pathetic. Right,
Like,
that's
my mind-
just the pure narcissist, right? And like the stalking, like sexual assault, like all these other, like it's fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I try to describe to people. It's like I don't even like, because like some people think I'm trying to be like, oh no, I'm a good person. I wouldn't do that. No, like maybe I would if I thought there was any point, or that it wasn't just kind of a stupid thing to do. Like let's say it's like somebody's like, oh, they killed my dog. I'd be like, why would I do that? Why would I kill somebody's dog? It's not, I would never do that. I probably would hurt a dog if I had to. But like, I can't think of a single reason that would be beneficial to me.
No. And it's the same with so many things. And so, yeah, I'm not saying that, look, we're all very good. None of us ever do these things. But no. But in many ways, aside from the legality and morality of it, there's this mental barrier that stops me doing all that dark, fucked up shit. I'm fucking incapable of it because it's beneath me. You know? And that's never going to change. The same with, like, you know, God, so many things. Hitting your girlfriend. All of that stuff.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like,
no
you can't,
fucking way.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, and again, it's not me being like, I could never hit a girl. That's my girlfriend. That'd be terrible. No, it's like, no, I'm not a fucking, like, that just is disgusting on my part. How would I like reduce myself so low that I feel like I needed to hit somebody,
Exactly.
somebody like in that position.
And I there's an element of if you got that far, you've lost whatever control or power or whatever you thought you had.
That's something that something I wanted to say but didn't, was like, if I need to use violence to assert control, then like that in itself is pathetic, that I have to go that low.
Yeah, I like to think I don't need that. Anyone can do that. Fucking morons can be big and scary. I don't want to do that. I just want, yeah. I was going a bit weird. I just want control. It's like, no, I don't. Hang on, calm down. But that's where I would go with it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm aware of the fact that, you know what? I'm not big and scary. I'm just not. I've tried shouting at people and had them just laugh, and you're like, yeah, I get it. I'm not really big and scary.
Yeah.
So I don't try to be. I don't want to be. All of that. It's. Yeah. There are times in my life when it would have ended badly. So.
As a former prison guard, there are times for me that ended badly, but yeah, I mean, because that's kind of my thing, is that I want people to think that I'm capable of it, and so won't fuck with me and shit like that. But other than that,
I'm like that with a lot of other power. To be honest, this actually, God, we were discussing something earlier that I did, you know, back in the podcast days, when the time when I fired one of my best friends,
which is crazy.
Yeah, he pissed me off. I fired him.
Yeah,
and I know at the time I did that so that, well, not only to cause the, you know, the emotional injury of firing him, like, you have wronged me, I'm gonna wipe you out. But I did that knowing that scared the shit out of everybody else. That was like, shit, if he's going to do that, what's he going to do? What could he do? What would he do if we've just watched him do that? And that was part of it. I wanted that aura of like, look, you know I can destroy you and I'll fucking do it. And you've just watched me do it to him. So let's all just be friends. and don't give me a reason
And just
to
listen to
destroy
me.
you. Just do as I tell you, and it's fine. Yeah,
That's such
exactly
a real
like that.
feeling. That like, wow, if you guys would just listen to me, everything would be great.
God, I could fix so many things though. I could solve so many problems.
I always, it's like I've had to rationalize it to myself, being like, yes, I do know what's better, but it's not fair to me to take away people's what's agency in these situations. That's the only reason I am not a terribly manipulative piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how I always rationalized it growing up. It was always like, it wasn't like, it's not like I was like, haha, my evil plan. It was like, no, I need to get people to do what I need them to do so everybody can benefit. In my weird mind, it was always like, this is for everybody. All of us benefits from me doing this shit.
Oh yeah, and that's again, I was the same, because I mean, back in those days, I was Steve Jobs, right? So it's like,
Right.
you listen to my genius, and I will share it with all of you. You just have to worship me like a god,
Yeah.
and feel blessed that I have allowed you to be in my presence and doing this thing with me. But we're all together. As long as you accept me as your leader, we're all good, and you can
Exactly.
benefit from it. And just don't misbehave. Do as you're told. Listen, it's fine.
That's the thing. Like, if you were in my inner circle, it wasn't that I was better than everybody. We're better than everybody. Don't get me wrong, I am better than you guys. But like, as a whole, we're also better than everybody else outside of this circle.
Yeah, no, I'm totally narcissistic about groups, and and relationships, and all kinds of things like that. You know, that was how it was. You know, with the band, they talked about having played with it, like some guy who was really narcissistic before, who was like always asking them after they played a track, was like, good, did you like it, what do you think, you know, like that. And they're like, glad you're not like that. And I'm like, no, I don't want your fucking approval. I'm here to stand in front of an audience for their approval, and you're all stood next to me. It's like, we're the best band in the world. I'm not the best person in the band. It's us as a group.
I would need the approval and admiration of fucking the people like in my inner circle though, and those are probably the people, because I never when I was younger, I never really showed it that much, but there were times that like my insecurity would bleed through, and I would have to like basically say things or to get the reassurance that I needed, but without saying that I was insecure or needed that reassurance.
Yeah, I don't ever remember, like, I always needed the reassurance, but I don't remember finding a way of getting it as such. I just remember being unsure of a lot as a kid. Like, as long as people kept letting me do stuff, then I guess I was okay. You know, like when I played bass with the jazz orchestra for all those years, I never felt comfortable. I never felt like I was meant to be there or anything like that. But they kept letting me turn up week after week, and they kept letting me go to gigs and stuff like that. So you just keep like faking it till you make it. But at no point did I feel like I belonged or anything like that. Not at all.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. Because because I do need that constant fucking validation shit. And I despise it. And then there's that dependency on it that also just sucks. And hence why I did those manipulative things to get that, because I couldn't admit to myself that I did actually need it, or to anybody else.
I'm starting to feel like I need more reassurance than I've been thinking I do. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just it's difficult to gauge things right now with all the other shit that's going off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been going through a crisis of confidence for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and I do this every so often, I think. And maybe I'll get my shit back together, but it's a weird one.
In my experience, it's way easier to like convince yourself that you don't need reassurance and validation when like you're getting enough of it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I'm getting enough. I'm definitely in a stage where it's difficult to reassure me at all. I think.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, the classic, like, nothing's ever good enough. You're never satisfied with what you've achieved.
Yeah.
You can't appreciate the things you have achieved, etc., etc. And I'm personally feeling very in the throes of that at the moment.
Yeah. Or like when people do reassure you, you feel like they're just kind of like saying it because they feel like they have to say it.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, do you know who's the worst for that? My mum.
Yeah.
God love her, she supports absolutely every single thing I do, like tooth and nail. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. But she will tell me that everything's great and I'm successful and I'm doing really well and all of that. And I know she's being encouraging. She's being a mother. But at the same time, I know she's got no fucking clue what she's talking about. So it doesn't really mean anything.
Exactly. It's like either like they're wrong or they're like, or they don't actually mean it. They're just doing it like because they have to. And I'm always,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. No amount of when I feel like somebody has that kind of attitude toward, and that's why I kind of seek admiration and shit from people that it's harder to get it from. People that are more critical of me. I'm way more desperate for their approval because I know they're not going to bullshit me. They're not like afraid to displease me or feel like they have to please me and stuff like that. They'll actually mean it. Or another thing I'll do of like me and Tessa have a funny moment with this one, but like when I'll like let's say there's like a quality that a lot of people would view as like kind of a bad-ish quality, but like I secretly kind of take pride in that quality. I'll pretend to be insecure about that, go up to somebody and be like, you don't think I'm like this, do you? And then they'll be like, well, I guess you can be, because then like, you know, if they're saying it then obviously they're not trying to get my approval because they think that I don't want to feel like that. But
Yeah. That makes sense. It would be, oh God, I could do without needing so much damn approval.
It's the biggest fucking drawback.
It really is. I don't know. It brings with it self-confidence issues that go with it, and I'm not sure it is actually self-confidence issues. It's self-doubt or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it brings. I constantly have this conflict of like an overabundance of self-confidence with an underabundance of self-confidence, both at the same time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is a very weird thing.
I always say I hate myself, but I'm better than everybody else.
Yeah. I like that one.
It's the only way to describe it. But then I describe it like that. And then like other people still get kind of confused by it. And I'm like, oh, right. Other people don't think completely in comparative lenses. Because to me, that's so obvious. It's like, yeah, I'm a terrible piece of shit that can't do anything. I hate myself. But like, y'all are worse.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They're all terrible. God, people piss me off. Anyway. Do you know what though? I hate to say it, but we have to sort of come to an end. I know it's been a very short stream, fraught with technical difficulties and other buggery. Hopefully, you know, I can get everything fixed for other times. I just
hopefully. If this isn't your last live stream ever.
Yeah, not my last live stream ever. But I'm still at sort of, the pressure's on. Something needs to happen. You know, because it's kind of tearing me into little bits. But yeah, I've got to do live streams, otherwise, like, how am I going to turn it? Fucking idiot! You can't just shout at the world and make it change. You have to actually do stuff.
You should like talk to Tess about this, because like she has a very similar kind of like struggle right now where she's like, oh, like kind of it has that expectation of like, oh, everybody should be looking at me, but then like does like a rage quit kind of thing where she won't do things because she already feels entitled to that attention and stuff, and then like nothing happens.
Yeah, that's what it is. I need to get Tess on the channel actually, because that's exactly what it feels like. There is just this. You know, and it sort of, the best illustration is my Patreon, right? Follow for more videos. And there are some more videos on there, but not as many as I want there to be. And I'm not putting new ones on regularly because people aren't subscribing. So I sort of look at it with disgust, like, if you signed up, I'd put videos on it. And they're like, well, if we put videos on it, we'd maybe sign up. And it's like this, well, I'm not putting videos on. Well, we're not signing up. Okay.
I've been hitting this like kind of a parallel wall where I'm just kind of like, I have said everything there is to say about narcissism. I have the best library on narcissism ever. Why do I have to put more stuff out there? I already put in the work. Why aren't all you guys loving me?
Yeah, there's like, I've said it all now. Come on. Yeah. Like, if you're not getting it, people, what else do you need to know?
Yeah.
Oh dear. There's always more stuff, I think. Do you know what? I'm kind of relieved I'm having a little episode because at least it means there's still stuff I've got going on that I can
Yeah,
fucking
there's
talk
something to talk
about.
about.
It makes me feel a little better because I was also feeling a little bit more imposter syndrome-y because
Yeah.
I see so many right. It's much more so with the BPD channels than the narcissism channels, where you see people that are just, this is how it affects me day to day, and this is how it makes me sad here, and I'm like,
Like a video
I don't
of
have
some borderline
that.
on
Yeah, it's
just like
like
a
I've
video
had
of this
therapy.
borderline crying on TikTok.
That's the one. And I don't sit and cry all day. I'm sorry. I feel like really bad. Like that I'm not as bad as all of you lot who seem to also have BPD. And then it's good that it'll come along and go, hey, Rich, I'm still here.
I feel like my narcissism makes me want, like, I see other people being more narcissistic than me, and it makes me want to be worse because I'm like, no.
Yeah. No, I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. So I feel a little bit relieved that, no, I'm still broken. Yay.
Right, yeah. It's like, oh, good,
Yay.
the one stable thing about my identity has been stripped away from me.
Yeah. I kind of needed it, I think. But it's all right because it's still, the police didn't come. You know,
Mm,
that was
that's
good, and
always on the bright side.
no one stood on the top of a building or anything like that. This is so much less than it used to be.
Yeah.
It's easier to live with now. I'll just sit and be quiet and play the computer for a bit. It'll be all right. You know.
It's weird. I have that like mixture. I look back on like me before I like started therapy and stuff, and I'm like, all I can think is, whoa, I was fucking insane. And then the other
Yeah.
part of me is like, but wait, I'm so much better now. Does that mean that like I'm done? Does that mean I'm not a narcissist anymore?
Yeah. I think every time I see a tweet by Elon Musk, it's like, oh, you're me before the therapy with too much reassurance. Oh, I just said all of this evil bullshit. Oh, get help,
This
Elon.
is me if my life went the way I really wanted it to.
It is. It's like if I had like billions of dollars and like an army of Twitter followers that told me everything I did was fucking brilliant, I would be this. It just, and that's what makes me cringe about Elon Musk more than anything else. I see it. I know those words, those sentences. I've said them. I've thought them. And I got help because people told me I needed it. No one's going to tell him that. And he
I was
wouldn't
about to say,
listen if they did.
clearly he doesn't need help. I mean, fucking, he's rich as shit. So, I mean, it's going well for him.
Yeah, I was going to say it's difficult to tell him that he needs to make some tweaks, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
as
it's
he
like,
looks around
it's
the
been
world
working
and
out pretty well for me so far.
yeah, my spaceships are working fine. How are yours, Rich? You know, like it's fine. So yeah, but anyway, we have to do sadly come to an end. But thank you so much for
Right.
being on the show
Of
and
course.
tolerating
Thanks for
all
having me
this
on.
technical fuckery.
We'll
Everybody
do
go
this again soon, hopefully.
We
in a
absolutely
more
will.
structured manner.
Yes, everybody go and follow Jacob. He's over at the Nameless Narcissist on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else and all of that. Make sure you're
That's
following
me.
me as well. And, you know, and
Please.
go and sign up to that Patreon and I'll put more videos on it. More coming soon, honestly. Probably. No, that's what I do. Does God have MPD?
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask questions like that at the end of a live stream, but probably. Anyway. Right. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Right.
Holy shit.
Catch you later, dude.
I'll see ya.
Bye. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. That was awesome. You were awesome. Thank you for putting up with so much technical shit going wrong tonight. I will get all this sorted somehow, some way, by the next live stream, which will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. With Dr. Ruth, so make sure you're around for that. Thank you, Grey Lizard, again. I fucking adore you. You get yellow lights for that. Thank you ever so much. Thank you, everybody.